Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Shotgun, they run with Nixon. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Second down, Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow eluding the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10.
Their own 21-yard line.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
A run for Nick Chubb. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 16 yards on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And that is incomplete.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Here's Chubb going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. Now Burrow on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. So the quarterback able to keep the play alive with his feet and then have the poise to make the touchdown pass.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one totally. Not just the poise, but being able to keep his eyes downfield. Because often when a quarterback starts to move around, they're moving around to run the football. Not in this case, moved around to keep the play alive, to find an open receiver. Bingo.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0.
Aldrich Rosas set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Christian Fulton.
I'm going to put that jersey on.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Albrecht Rosa set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a 1st down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down. Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
To throw, it's Murray. He's going deep for Brown. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. This is something that we saw quite a bit at Oklahoma, and we'll be seeing it more and more on the NFL level as well. Marquise Brown going Hollywood.
And that was an example of catching a team off guard because it really paid off for them. They weren't ready for that at all. I know they weren't ready to try and catch him because once he hit full stride, it was going to turn into a big play, and it did.
They'll run with Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are back within a score. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Bengals 14, Browns 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Bengals 14, Browns 7.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field, but if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They'll give it to Mixon.
And the Bengals are going to have it first and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Burrow will throw. That's caught at the 3. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's third and goal.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's third and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And that's what I like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. Goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down up past the 15. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Chubb. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, He realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one a first down pickup of 8.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On first down, Chubb able to get forward for about 4 as he's taken down. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. They run. Chubb. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
30-yard line.
From the 30 on second down, Murray, quick slant to Brown. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 20-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. They give the Chubb out of the gun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Chubb. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. Not much there, only a yard.
Complete to Nick Chubb. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Marquise Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand-new ball game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken from about the 12. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded in the end zone. The Browns drive about to get started. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well for the defense.
What's going on the defense?
Yeah, that's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Out of the gun, here's Murray. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the gun, Murray. On the crossing route, complete. That's Boyd. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. Murray with a 3rd and long. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Sam Hubbard able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brings up 4th down.
Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
6-yard line.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their 36-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it.
And Nelson's got it here right side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards, the final tally.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Well, it certainly appears that the big guys up front have taken charge of the line of scrimmage. Two really nice plays back-to-back. But on the defensive side of the ball, there shouldn't be any despair. Okay, they've got us a couple of times here. Hang in there, keep your composure, and try and figure it out for the next play.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up.
He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Mecole Hardman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
Aldrich Rosa.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Here's Murray. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jordan Brooks, excellent job on that play. A big, big loss. 18 yards. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Murray. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. And, that is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the gun to give to Mixon. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And this is picked up by the Browns. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Airing one out for Boyd. This is caught at the 20. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. 43 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Murray now. Flushed out right. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So that one will be accepted. Second down, Murray sets to throw. That is caught inside the 5.
Yeah, the Browns are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a first down. They toss it left side to Chubb. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Good job there defensively to push them back on first down. I'm not sure if this is 4-down territory or not because they can kick the field goal and get it back within a score. But you know that's not what they're thinking right now. A field goal has to be their last option.
They'll try again with Chubb.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
14.
You guys are garbage.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb, and this time he is in. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the lead is down to 2.
Makes the score Bengals 23, Browns 21.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away.
Taken from about the 12. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
He's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
It's a gain of
10 yards there on a Bengal first.
First down.
A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
A 6-yard pick.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Third down. Rolling to his right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. He went on the move there and started rolling out. I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly. Intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
On the carry, it's Joe. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going for it. Hits Murray. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Thanks so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. From midfield now, Burrow.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Chris Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now it's Burrow. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this is picked up by the Browns. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And they're not able to convert on 4th down.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a one-score game. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Kenyon Drake, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And once again, the Browns are back in front.
There it is, partner. You see it. 4 fingers. What does that mean?
Fingers. That signifies the 4th quarter's here.
That's right. Who's going to dominate? Usually both teams are holding them up. We own the 4th quarter, what we found out so far. 2 touchdowns here, and now they've taken the lead.
The second one putting them in front. You know what I see on the other sideline, though? It seems like they've tensed up, had that lead. They were playing not to lose it, and they've lost it.
That's a great observation. When you play not to lose, you usually don't win.
Now, though, they'll have the opportunity to respond. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Their own 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possession.
Now Burrow loses the football.
And this is picked up by the Browns. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Browns 35, Bengals 23.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Taken from about the 12. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
36-yard line.
Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Buda Baker with a pick, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The first down run with Chubb is going to go nowhere. He's, in fact, going to lose a couple. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the 27-yard line.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
On third down, Murray. They set up the screen to Chubb. Room here to run. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again. Murray. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Throwing on third and long. Murray. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't he?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Eluding the pressure right. Chris Jones in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. After the penalty, it's Mixon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Next to score, Browns 35, Bengals 30.
So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get them in the end zone. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And this will be recovered by the Browns hands team, and that should just about write a finish to this one. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for Cleveland, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a ring. Can I kick it? Yeah. Dang, how I got it, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Took the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it?